She was kind-hearted, determined, honest, and loyal to everyone. And until today, she carries the same virtue. She grew up in a small village in Nandi County. She just loved music, embraced music. She was just an artist from the word go.
Akiwa mdogo alikuwa mtoto tofauti na sisi wote.
Maggy Seurey is the 9th born in the family of 11, that is 9 girls and 2 boys. We know her for Maggy Seurey, but her middle name is Seurey.
Her life when she was young, she liked singing, she liked dancing. Everywhere when she sees a gospel artist singing, she could copy the songs and sing and entertain people. Kabla hata hajajua talanta yake anaimba ama ana nini, alikuwa anatokezea tu kama tumeketi anaanza ku dance vigorously mpaka tulikuwa tunaona huyu atakuwa dancer.
Ingsavenyu arichininjeso nyoldanyu nyotareta iloksewa sabandanyu
A determined young girl she was, who made sure her dreams came true, from being a model to a musician, an actress to a super role model. Through struggles and setbacks, she has propelled without any management in the music industry. She always believed that God will always make the way.
She was singing in church. She was even teaching in the Sunday school. And as she grew up, when she saw the songs of Rose Muando, she loved them so much. And she was saying, wow, I want to sing like her.
Maggy being my elder sister, she's kind of a very interesting person. I like the way she normally makes things lightly in the house. She used to play around and make fun of things to show that she's much of an artist. As much as she was young and elder than me in a way, someone could see she has something in her. I used to admire that I really wanted to grow just like her.
Never before the stories, revelations, and images from the people who know who she was, what she has gone through, and what she's going through. There's no other way but thanking God for what she has achieved. This is the real Maggy Seurey.
Seurey or Maggy Seurey. I come from Chemnoet village in Nandi County. I'm a 9th born child from a family of 11 children. I grew up in the village and I went to Chemnoet Primary School from nursery school to class 5. Then I joined boarding school at Chikoti Girls Boarding Primary School in Western. And then later from class 6 to class 8, I went to Shibuya Girls Boarding Primary School. And that's where I completed my primary education.
Maggy Seurey grew up as a humble child with the help of her parents, her sisters and brothers. Her father, who was a chief at the time, made sure that Maggy and her siblings grew up in an upright way.
She was so much attached to the choir in church. She normally goes there and sings in the choir, dances there. She loves dance. She's a good dancer. She dances like just something that is in her, and I admire that. She's also a very nice actress.
Her childhood life was fun. Me living together with her, having grown with her, especially me having been so close to her, like being in the same class from class 1 to form 4. It has been fun. She's a cooperative girl, happy, jovial, and more so creative.
During her life in college, Maggy Seurey was involved in various activities. She participated in singing, acting, modeling, to which she was the first runners-up in Miss Universe Kenya. Her music career continued after college, and she was strongly welcomed in the music industry, especially in the Kalenjin community.
While in college, that's when I began doing music. That's in 2008. I recorded my first album, Longenyo Giptayat. But before that, I did a Kiswahili album, which is not yet so known. It was called Sifu Bwana. But that's the time I realized that I was called to do Kalenjin music and not Swahili. For those who heard it, I had a Kalenjin song in that Kiswahili album. It was called Atinye Tiendo, and the song was loved by so many people who are not even Kalenjins. And that's when I knew I'm called to do Kalenjin music. That's when I recorded Longenyo Giptayat in 2008. I thank God the song did so well, the album sold so well. And then later, I did the second album, which is Ingen Jeso. And then the third album, Awit Seiga. And now the fourth one, which we are yet to release this year, 2015, that's Bauna Tent.
During her mission using her talent, Maggy Seurey has inspired, mentored, and also encouraged so many people, including her own sisters, daughter, and her own niece, Maximila Chepkorir, to start singing and also acting.
She was the main character in most of those events, and that actually inspired me. I'm now an actress following her footsteps, and I like it. She's taken me to that step where I know it's all about your passion. She's grown in it.
Wimbo za Maggy Seurey ni wimbo zinanibariki sana, na kweli huu mwimbaji hapa ni talanta sana.
Maggy Seurey is anointed to spread the word through music.
We know Maggy having done great music, and since she recorded her first album, Longenyo Giptayat, life has never been the same again. To me and to many people outside there, Maggy has won souls for the Lord through her singing. Her music is rich, and you bear witness with me. Her music is inspirational, and that even has nurtured me. I've also done music, and it's because of her she motivated me doing this. Before I couldn't do anything like that, but having grown with her, having stayed with her for like all of my life, Maggy made me who I am today. And also she inspired my niece, that is Maximila Chepkorir. We love her so much and we're proud of her. She's never disappointed us, and she's in fact the ambassador of our family. Na muziki yake kwa wenyewe imeweza kubariki watu.
I knew Maggy Seurey through her music. She has been a role model to me. I've been looking always to see her. Unfortunately, I met her and I became one of her dancers.
I heard of Maggy Seurey way back in 2008, where she hit. There was a song called Longenyo.
She may not be a preacher in a church or a teacher in a pulpit, but through her songs so many people have been saved. She's just chosen to sing for the many souls to be set free. She's a person who listens more than she talks, and she sings to express what is in the heart.
But one fact about her, she's a very shy girl, in which her shyness has been mistaken for pride. But when you get to know her and mingle with her and know her deeper, you know that she's a friend. She is a very social girl, a very open one, but outside there she's a very shy girl.
She has been chosen to sing for the kingdom of God.
She has turned a lot of people back to Christ, and that motivates her to do more, because it's the joy of Christ to see people turn back to Him through simple ways, like the talent that He's given her to
Though she has thrived in the music industry, she has had the highs and the lows of the music industry, because it was not an easy task that she made it to where she is
A journey of doing music has been quite an excitement. It's been a blessing in my life, because it's been like serving God. And I've seen people change their lives through the music I have done. But I have to say, doing music also has challenges. I've been faced with a lot of challenges. The main ones being, like any other artist would say, financial challenges. It's quite expensive to do music. It's been such a climb, especially with the fact that we have piracy in Kenya. It's not been easy, but it's by grace that I'm here today, having recorded 5 albums, 4 Kalenjin albums and 1 Swahili album. Another challenge is being famous. It's quite a challenge to be famous. You know, before doing music, you do not really know what will come after recording. But whenever your song hits or whenever your song becomes famous, you also become famous. And for me, it's been quite a challenge because it's like you live for the public. You're a public figure. People watch what you do. People judge what you do. And you have to carry your life the way people expect. That's why I say it's a challenge, because we are all human and we can never be perfect. But it's been good. I mean, as much as it's a challenge, it's also a way to push us as musicians to doing what is right and to being role models to the young people or to people who
After 3 years in the United States, she's now back to spread the word through her music with her new album, Baunatet.
You know, when I was in Kenya, I was doing full-time music ministry. I had a chance to sing in so many places. I was always out there during the weekends, singing in churches, singing in functions, in events, in weddings. It was a full-time thing. But when I went to the States, it was a bit different, because, you know, changing your location will mean changing everything, and it takes a lot of time. So for the 3 years I was there, I still thank God because of the times I had a chance to perform to people there, especially Kalenjins, and more especially I had a chance to to connect to the Kalenjins in Columbus, Ohio, where I stayed. And we started a fellowship there. I remember the name is Victory Point Fellowship. And I remember I was in the choir. It was wonderful doing praise and worship, and it kept me moving. Although I was not out there singing my songs, but still singing is my passion, and I had a chance to continue with it until now, the time I have to come home to be able to go back to recording music and singing again. I want to talk about Baunatate album. That is the 4th album that I am releasing. This album is an inspiration from God. I cannot talk about each song in the album, but I want to talk especially about the song Baunatate. I remember this song came to me when I was in Minnesota. In a wedding, I remember some friends invited me to grace their occasion. They were celebrating their wedding anniversary. And I remember I was seated with a friend in a table, and I heard the voice of a song coming to my mind, that Chengoro Paunatate Akipsembus. It means seek ye first the kingdom of God. That song came in a very powerful way, and I knew God wanted me to make it the album song. My past songs like the Longenyu Ingen Jesu, these songs were spoken to me by God in a very special way. I remember Longenyu, God gave it to me just with the tune, with the words. When I was at home in the village, I was seated down and I shouted the song. And I thank God because it changed so many lives. I remember Ingen Jesu, the song Ingen Jesu came to me when I had gone to the embassy. I was invited in the US to be able to go to Gotavga event, and they didn't give me a visa. I remember I went back home, I slept. During the day I was so sad. And when I woke up, a song was running in my mind. I woke up from a song that said Ingen Jesu Mabutichu, and that is how I recorded the song. If you listen to the song, you will learn more about what God has done for me. Indeed, the Lord knows the desires of your heart. Before I went to the US, I recorded Awek Seiga. Awek Seiga is a song I recorded before I even knew I would go to the US. And when I came back from the US, it became such an appropriate message because it sounded like I was coming back home. I can only say God knew why I recorded the album, and He made sure Awek Seiga was the album song. So as I was talking about Baunatate, I have to mention that people do not seek God first before they do the things they do. People begin from upwards coming downwards, or let me say downwards going upwards. If you don't begin with God, many people say, let me first do it and then I will put God in later, because of desperation. Many things we decide to do. In everything we do, most people do it first before they seek God. And I knew with so many things I've gone through personally in my life, God spoke to me through that verse to let me know that I need to seek Him first to be able to get the right things I need in my life. So it is such a challenging, it is such an inspirational message to each one that we should first seek God in everything we do. Before you go to school, ask God, what am I going to school to do? Help me, God. Before you choose a career, ask God, is it your will? Before you get married, ask God to give you the right life partner. You cannot go fast and then go seek God inside the marriage. It has to begin with God so that it may work. It has to begin with God first so that everything will flow. But when we fail to seek God first, everything will come crumbling down. So I wish that everybody will be able to be inspired by this song and listen to the message and the wordings of this song. Every other song in the Bible is a great inspiration, and it's going to bless your life. Thank you so much.